Hey, what's up, YouTube? Hey, how everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Happy hump day. Happy hump day, everybody. I'm just out rolling on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon with my youngest child. I'm about to take him to his college so he can register for classes. They have like a little orientation registration thing that he has to attend today. One of a few meetings that he has to attend for this fall. But I hope everybody is having a wonderful day, a wonderful afternoon, and having a wonderful week thus far. I just wanted to briefly discuss the Handmaid's Tale. Or is it the Handmaids? I think it's the Handmaid's Tale. I always call it the Handmaiden Tale, but I think it's the Handmaid's Tale. If anybody doesn't know about this show, it's on Hulu. It's now on season 3, episode 5, and it is a really good show. You guys need to binge watch that. If y'all got Hulu, got them Fire Sticks or whatever, you really might want to check that show out called The Handmaid's Tale because I am enjoying it thus far. I know it can be a little hard to watch sometimes. Some scenes can be a little hard to watch, but overall, I've been really enjoying this show. But on the last episode, remember, last episode before last. Okay, the last episode before last. Now, y'all remember, I think I said this a few times. I said I could be reaching, and I still could be reaching. But the relationship that June's husband has, well, I wouldn't call it relationship, but kind of like a friendship that June's husband has with June's best friend, her bestie, their daughter's godmama. I just get involved. I mean, if you've been watching them very closely, it just seems like they're not close. Like right now, you can't tell that they're close, like in a way they shouldn't be. But just because of everything that's going on and them depending on each other and relying on each other and comforting each other and trying to keep each other, make sure each other, remains, hopeful in this horrible situation that they've in. Like them two, they're in a pretty good situation right now, as much as it can be. June's husband, right now he has her daughter that she had with Nick, the driver. And they got, looks like they got a pretty nice house. They got jobs. They, basically, they just trying to move on the best way they know how, best way possible without June. But what really makes me think that something might happen now was after seeing last season when June was talking to her husband. And June's really smart woman. She, you see which way it goes now? She said, basically, when she was telling, the wife to, maybe go down and listen to the music that her husband, used to make for her, or mix CDs that her husband used to make for her. Like maybe, just maybe, there's a hopes that there's still a little part of, him left. All right. Like maybe there's still a little part of him left inside him that's, good. And he's not totally all bad. And I can see why June said that because he helped her. He helped, other people, get to freedom. like they, well, they are kind of like slaves. But he helped her daughter get away, and helped others. So she was like, I know there's still some good in your husband. So just hold on to that little sliver of goodness in her husband, and you never know what might happen. So she's not only like, I think, trying to get Serena to go against Gideon and try to stand up for the women, but I think she's kind of working on uh, the wife that she's living with as well. So when she got the tapes and the wife started listening to the tapes, uh, June, she was listening to the tapes. When she sent the tapes to her husband, in Little America, as they call it now, I would have never thought. I would have never thought that she. Remember, y'all, we used to do that stuff back in the day. We used to use cassette tapes, and we used to play. Um, we used to record stuff over cassette tapes and record us talking or singing or whatnot. I would have never thought that she would have done that. That is like so brilliant, so brilliant. And now she can use that to get information to her husband, or to her friends, or to, anybody in Little America, to to help with the women and help them regain their freedom and help this band Gilead and all the mess that's going on there. So I thought that was a pretty good idea. I think it's right here. Yeah, that's where you got to go, right there. So I'm going to pull around over here and park right there, but I'll let you off right here. Yeah, that little spot right there. Oh, okay. Let's see. This is 10. Oh, I can park right here. Yep, I can park right here. I just can't park behind this line. Yep, and they said they'll be standing outside for you. So just call me if you need me to go in. If you need me to come in. But I'm gonna sit right here.
I mean, look like everybody else got their guests with them. I mean, they did say something about. I just looked at the email again. Something about they got a little family thing in there. Like,
okay, I'll be in there in a minute. He looks familiar. He looks so familiar. But anyway, and you got your ID right. Okay. Whatever. The youngest child of mine. The youngest child of mine. But anyway, as I was saying, uh, you guys, what do you think about what she was telling her husband? Like when she was telling her husband, um, basically, he didn't know about Nick. He didn't know, like, he was assuming this whole time, her husband, that she was pregnant by the commander, and that she had a baby by the commander, for the commander and his wife, Serena. She finally told him that the baby is not the commander's, that is really, Nick's. And she's like, you've met Nick before. And he was like, it's like he's thinking at the same time, while he's listening to her, he's thinking. And I'm sure it hit him like, Nick, okay, that's the guy that was in the car. That was the guy, that, helped her escape, and the look on his face was just like, oh my God. I think it would have been better for him to hear that she did have a baby by the commander, because that's what she's supposed to do. That's what she's forced to do. And if she doesn't, she can be killed. Any of her body parts can be cut off, hack her hand off, hack her arm off, anything like that. But to hear that she actually started having relations with the driver of the family that she was sent to, give them a baby. And then when she said that baby was created out of love, that was like, the look on her husband's face. And then when she told him, I messed up. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed, but I did it to survive. Nick and I used each other. We relied on each other, to survive. And they actually, like, I don't know if you could say they fell in love. Y'all let me know if y'all think they fell in love or they just was, you know, because when she said the baby was created out of love, I'm assuming, they obviously either fell in love or I don't know, loved each other, because I'm sure she's still in love with her husband. So I'm sure she's still in love with her husband. And a lot of people say you cannot be in love with two people, but I don't know. I kind of disagree. What y'all think? I kind of disagree. I really think you can love and be in love with two people. I really think you can. But anyway, as far as the black girl, her what do they call them, they walking partners, or I forgot what they call them, but all the handmaids, they have to walk with each other to the store together. They got to be in pairs. Basically, they supposed to keep an eye on each other, make sure each other does what they're supposed to do and don't rebel or anything, or reject the Gilead philosophy, the idea, and try to run off or somewhere. And the black lady, did y'all notice how she was looking when she told June that she was pregnant? Like, all this time she's been telling June, um, June would, get smart with her when the black lady was saying, well, she would say some stuff like, oh, she got beat because she should have done what she's supposed to do. And we're doing God's work. And that's what we're here for. We're here to give babies, life to those who can't. She's always like, seems so like she was down with everything that's going on. And I'm like, oh, that just makes me sick. And it was making June sick. And she was like getting smart every time. Whatever, that's you believe what you want to believe. But then when they were out shopping and she told June that she was pregnant, did you see the expression on her face? I mean, the expression on her face was like, it finally looks like she was rejecting the Gilead philosophy. Like, finally this was her fourth baby, her fourth child that she was giving birth to for somebody else, for another family. And it finally looked like she was kind of sad. I was kind of shocked to see her look kind of sad, because she seemed like everything was cool with what they been forced to do. But now it looks like maybe she's starting to rethink how she feels. This is her fourth baby that she's going to have to give away to somebody. So I don't know. I don't know if she'll be like next to be like, okay, I don't want my baby to be raised here. If she'll try to, send her baby away, or if she'll try to run off with her baby. But anyway, we shall see. But yeah, I was like, dang, that girl is a trip. The last few episodes, like, ugh. Like, how can you be happy with that? Everybody else is trying to get away, or, mocking what the people are trying to do and stuff like that. But yeah, so finally, at least it looks like, she's not happy. That's what I thought. But y'all, y'all let me know how y'all feel. But as far as excuse me, as far as Serena, now at the end of the last episode, they had said, when they found out where the little baby was, where baby Nicole was, real name Holly. The name, though, that Serena gave her is Nicole. And they found out that June's husband has the baby in Canada. So I was wondering, or I had mentioned last week to you guys, do y'all think that they could make the baby come back, or they could go up there and get the baby, or make the government, bring the baby back or whatnot, how they would do that? And I think some of y'all did say that they can't force the baby to come back, because first of all, the baby isn't hers. The baby isn't the Commander's or Serena's, but the baby is June and Nick's. So I wonder if Nick will have to have anything else to do with this, because Nick had went to be with another family. So I wonder if Nick might have something to do with, where the baby goes, or if the baby comes back or not. I'm not sure right now, but when Serena asked June uh to call her husband and tell her husband that they want to meet the baby so they can give their last goodbye. I was like a little suspect at first. I'm like, come on now, Serena ain't about to go up there and just tell that baby bye, get a baby a hug, and just move on. But hey, Miss Naturally Knowles, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I'm just up here talking to myself, child, talking to myself, trying to hurry up and get this review done so I can go in here with my son. Um, but yeah, and it just seems like okay, they're going up there, they're gonna try to kidnap that baby. And oh, I'm doing good. I'm just out here sitting out here in my car. My son then went into his college. He has to register for classes and stuff. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Let me see how I'm gonna get out of here. Put your seatbelt on.
Shit just came in. Probably could have something.
Well, look at the line. Huh?
It's all good.
Okay. We off then. I need to get some gas. But let's see if I can do a Yui. Do a Yui, do a Yui, do a Yui. Ooh, I probably shouldn't do a Yui, but I'm doing a Yui. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. And there's cameras out here. Oh, they got me on camera. I done did a Yui. Okay, let us pray. Pray for my forgiveness. So hopefully they won't send me no ticket. But anywho, if they send me a ticket, you paying for it. Because this trip was for you. So you paying for it. You got a job now. You can pay for tickets. Contribute to the family. But anyway, y'all. Anyway, we headed back to the house now. We just had to make a quick trip, I guess, to my son's school. But as I was saying though, as far as Serena, going to visit the baby Nicole, I just was, I just thought that maybe she might try to kidnap the baby. And even when June's husband, what is his name? I keep forgetting his name. But even when June's husband, brought the baby, when he was on the phone with her, he was trying to tell her, he's sorry. He was trying to be compassionate, express his love for her, how he still loves her, how he's still in love for her. June only had a few minutes on that phone. She only had a few minutes on that phone. And what I first thought was that since they kept showing the timer, it was like a 2-minute timer or something like that, when June was calling her husband. to let him know to bring the baby to meet Serena. And it was like a timer, and I was like, are they trying to find out where her husband is? Are they trying to set him up and possibly make him come back to Gilead? Or I don't know. I was like, I don't know. But anyway, they were able to go over there after, they got off the phone and everything. She was trying to keep it straight to the point. She was trying to be business on that phone. She was trying to be business. She was like, I just need you to meet them. I need you to bring the baby. Promise me you'll do this. Promise me you do this. Because when Serena brought it up to June, like, could you please have your husband, bring the baby to meet them one last time so that they can, say bye to the baby? I was like, okay, this is a setup. This is a setup. They are going to take that baby. They're going to bring that baby back to Gilead. And that's why June was like, what's in it for me? What am I going to get? What's in it for me? And that's how I can tell she's breaking Serena down a little bit. She's breaking her down a little bit at a time. But it's not enough. It's not enough. June keeps having faith that, these people is going to change, that Serena is going to change. And Serena, I don't know what's going through her head right now. She misses this baby. It's obvious. It's obvious she really loves this baby, even though she knows what they is doing is wrong. I think Serena doesn't know how to quite get out or how to quite make it right without possibly being killed. She didn't already have fingers cut off for, disobeying her husband. She didn't already have fingers cut off. So I think she wants to help, but she doesn't know how or doesn't know if she can. But anyway, the husband, he was like, okay, I promise, I'll bring the baby, for the meeting. But he said only Serena can be there. She did not want the commander to come, which was probably best. Now, when you think about it, that's probably best. Because the commander probably would have started some mess. Probably would have started some mess up there. But anyway, she got to see the baby. Saw the baby was doing fine. But then when she wanted to give the baby that little locket or whatever, that little I think it was a necklace or a locket or something. And June's husband's like, this baby ain't gonna know nothing about you. She talking about give this to the baby, and then when the baby, gets older, please explain, what happened and how she was the mother and had to give her up. He was like, but you ain't the mother. Y'all kidnap people, kidnap women. Y'all give away their children. Y'all kill women. Y'all force women to have babies for y'all because y'all can't have babies. This is not your baby. But Serena's looking like she looking like, okay, I know that, but this is still my baby. Like, Lord have mercy. Do Jesus. Serena was like, she was really, really, really sad. Like, really sad. And I'm like, oh, poor Serena, she really, really sad. But he's telling the truth though. This is not your baby. This ain't your baby. This ain't your husband's baby. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get over. These people is not trying to let people over today. Okay. But yeah, like this isn't your baby. This ain't your husband, baby. This baby ain't gonna know nothing about you. But then, I think he kind of felt like, okay, after a while, when he saw her tears, when he saw how genuine she was, that she wasn't there to harm the baby. Because first he was nervous. He was standing up. He didn't want to sit down, holding that baby. He's trying to protect that baby. That might not be his baby, but that's his wife's baby. And after, seeing Serena there looking really genuine and really hurt and sad, he felt like, okay, ain't nobody about to attack me from behind. Ain't nobody about to come up on me and bum rush me and try to steal the baby. So, he sat down and he started talking to her, but he still was like, this ain't your baby. This baby is not going to know anything about you. He ended up taking the locket anyway. He took the locket, but I don't know if he'll ever. I mean, we got to see what's going to happen next. We got to see what's going to happen next because I have a big feeling. I have a big feeling that they are going to try to take that baby and bring that baby back to Gilead. It's crazy. But yeah, so Serena, she after the meeting was over, she went into the bathroom and she broke down. She broke down. Serena was broke down on the ground, crying, just hysterical because she misses that baby. And I'm like, I don't know, for a minute, I kind of felt bad for Serena. For a minute, for a second. I mean, not a long second either. For a short second, a quick second, I kind of felt bad for Serena. But then again, it was just a short second because that is not your baby. You took that baby. You forced somebody to have that baby for you. It's like, okay, if you have the choice of being killed or having sex with some guy so that him and his wife can have a baby or be killed, I guess I choose getting knocked up for 500, Alex. That's what I'm gonna choose. That's what I'm gonna choose. I mean, hopefully you can. Hopefully, you might find some way to escape. Like some of the people have found a way to escape from Gilead, with help from some of the people who still live in Gilead. But if that fails, I'll take getting knocked up for 500, Alex. But yeah, so y'all let me know what y'all thought about that scene with her in the bathroom crying and everything. And as far as that book, like, did they ever show what was in that book? The book that was delivered, it was like a little, I don't know if it was a book or it was something wrapped up in a cloth that they gave to Serena before her trip. And then when she was up there in the bathroom crying and laid out on the floor, it kind of fell out of her purse. And I was like, damn, did they say what was in that thing? I don't remember seeing what was in there. But I wonder if it's something to help, help them eventually, help her, help the ladies, the handmaids eventually gain freedom. I don't know what was in there. I can't remember if they showed it. But what else? Okay. I was saying before, you know how last episode I was saying that I was reaching, I might be reaching, but when when June had sent that tape to her husband, and at first he was listening to it, he heard the music, the music was sounding all good, and then, like, a few seconds into that, he heard June's voice, and she was talking to him, and telling him, basically, I messed up, I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed, the baby was made out of love, but I'm still embarrassed and I'm ashamed, I did it to survive. I found, comfort in a man. He found comfort in me. We did it to survive, and we ended up making a baby. And so that's when he came to the realization that the baby that his wife had wasn't the one that she was forced to have, but instead it was one that she had with the driver of the people she was working for. And then she told him, basically, I don't know if we'll ever meet again. I'll always love you. I know you love me, but you have to find some way to move on. You have to find some way to. Basically, if you feel like it was kind of like a prison story. It was kind of like a prison story. You know how men might tell their woman, "I'm gonna be in here for life, babe. I know you love me. I know I love you, but." If you happen to meet somebody else, if you happen to fall in love with somebody else and move on, I can't be mad. That's kind of what June was kind of saying, like, I love you, I know you love me, but you out there, I found comfort in somebody while I'm being kept, I found comfort in somebody. And so she's kind of like giving him permission to do the same. And so that's when I said last episode. That's why I said last episode that I have a feeling that him and Mora is going to get with each other. Now, y'all let me know if y'all disagree. Let me know if y'all disagree. But I have a feeling in this episode when Mora asks him, and Mora's June's bestie, who escaped, had a chance to escape, with the baby. I mean, had a chance to escape to get to the new, what do they call it? Little America. I call it Canada, but they call it basically the New America or something like that. But when she was sitting next to him and asked him, how was June? What she look like? How she sound like? You know, is she okay? And he was like, June is June. She sounds like June. You know, on the phone, like she sounds like June. Um, and she put her arms around him and started rubbing his back and rubbing his neck. Now, it wasn't in a way where, you'd be like, okay, she trying to flirt with June's man. She trying to, because remember, she's the godmom. She's the godmom baby, So, I don't know. I don't know. He might end up finding some comfort in her. Men have to be strong anyway because I always see on Facebook or some social media they'll post a meme or something saying, "Men, how long do you think men can go without sex if their woman was in jail or in prison for a long time?" And all the ladies generally be like, "Oh, they can't last. They can't not have sex with nobody else when they woman out on the street." Or when they I need to get back in another lane. I'm tripping. Or when they woman out on the street, like men be cheating all the time, and you think they cheating all the time, and you think they ain't gonna cheat if they woman in jail or in prison. But yeah. So, I meant to go. I went the wrong way. Dang it! I went the wrong way. But yeah. So anywho, it's kind of like that situation where she's like, you know what? I'm gonna be here for a long time. If you need to get your groove on, if you need to get your freak on, basically go for it. Go for it. So we gonna see if I'm reaching or not. If I'm reaching or not, because I think he probably was, somebody else he probably doesn't know too well because they really don't know anybody too well up there. Hold on, you guys. Oh, you got a buzz to get in. It's like a little buzzer. Hey, mama. What's up, mama bucks? Can't talk. Thanks for dropping in. I'm just discussing yeah, mom. Oh, I said mama. I'm sorry. That's Mamba Bucks. I'm just discussing the Handmaid's Tale, the last episode, and I was talking about how I think June's husband might end up messing around with her bestie. But again, y'all Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. If y'all think that he gonna go that far, if he gonna be strong, and he gonna be strong and not mess with her. But mm, I don't know. I don't know. I think he's gonna end up breaking down. I really do. I think he's gonna end up breaking down. He was standing there on that bridge, listening to the tape and listening to her voice in his ears, and he was crying. That was so sad. Like that was so sad. That was so sad. Um, because not only does this man not have his wife June, but he also doesn't have his daughter, and now he has, because their daughter, was given away to another family, and now he's actually taking care of a daughter that his wife had with somebody else. So he's going through a lot. But we shall see if he's gonna remain strong and remain true to his love, true to June, or if he gonna get him some. We gonna see. But anyway, that's all I got on this episode. I think I discussed everything I wanted to discuss on this episode. Let me make sure, because when I get back here, I got to get back to work. I'm just on an extended lunch break right now because I have to drop my son off somewhere. But I think I'm gonna go live tonight. But I might be at the hospital tonight. Y'all know I've been hanging out at the hospital with my cousin who's been in the hospital. They still trying to figure out, what's making her ill. So right now there's no ETA on her coming home or how many more days she gonna be there. There's nothing like that right now. So we just been, the family members, just as I told y'all before, we just been keeping her in our prayers and visiting her at the hospital every chance we get. I was out there the other day for like 3 hours. And then tonight, I'm gonna go tonight right after work and kick it with her again. Um, spend some time with her and everything. But yeah, so I know some of y'all said y'all keep her in her prayers, so please continue to pray for my cousin, cousin TT. That's her name. That's what we call her, cousin TT. So make sure y'all keep her in y'all prayers, please and thank you. I would really appreciate that. Y'all know the power of prayer is strong now, and when two or three are gathered together now. When we all intercede now, some of y'all know them Bible verses. Some of y'all know them Bible verses, so But all right. So anywho, me and my baby, the youngest, is about to head back home. Um, and let's see. Today is Wednesday. What comes on Wednesday? I can't remember if I think Queen Sugar comes on tonight, if I'm not mistaken. If Queen Sugar comes on tonight, then I'll do a review tomorrow. So yeah, thank you, Miss Natalie Lawrence. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. But I'm about to get out of here, y'all. Get back home. Y'all know I work from home in the daytime, so I'm about to get back home and get back to processing some claims. Back home and get back to processing some claims. Some insurance claim. Woo, the life of a claim processor. Dang, I'm out in the big old dip in this driveway. This parking lot. But anyway, you guys, thanks for tuning in to my little live on the Handmaid's Tale Season 3, Episode 5. Anybody who Season 3, Episode 5. Anybody who has not watched this show, again, it's on Hulu. All the seasons, so you can binge watch on Hulu and check it out and try to catch up with us before I do my next episode. The episodes on Hulu, as most people know, they come on only next Wednesday. I'll do another review on The Handmaid's Tale. But until then, you guys, as usual, Prime Time Squad. In the meantime and in between time, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces.